Yes, hello dear sweet friends, and welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that I'm slowly recovering from my illness and I'm feeling the life force back inside my body, and therefore I can deliver more Chelsea news to you, hopefully in a more concise and better way, of which there is so much, mate. La Disport, French publication, saying, Chelsea want Neymar. Here we ruddy go, ladies and gentlemen. Kante off to Saudi Arabia for maybe a package worth 100 million euro wages. That's hard to turn down, and Chelsea joining the race for Celta's £34 million Gabri Vega, as we're likely to sell Kai Havertz, reports Jacob Steinberg. Kai's heads elsewhere now, and Chelsea are happy to sell him. This is what is being said. If you want to keep up with Chelsea news, of course, you have to subscribe to this channel and make sure the bell notifications icon is clicked so you're notified when I upload. Thank you for liking the video. But I'm glad to pronounce. I'm trying to learn English. I'm glad to announce and hopefully pronounce that I am partnered with OneFootball. I ain't trying to sell you nothing here because OneFootball is totally free. It's slick, sleek, easy to use. You can get Chelsea notifications, and if you're like me, you gobble up all Chelsea media, just check out OneFootball. It's free. Click the link in the top of the description to go check out OneFootball now for free. Click the link top of the description. All right, where to ruddy start, eh? Where to start? Let's talk with N'Golo Kante. Now, I'm not going to cite anyone particular here because I've read so much about it and I've aggregated it in my big bulging brain. Yeah. Kante wants to stay at Chelsea and long has wanted to stay at Chelsea. There was an offer on the table in March. Chelsea are concerned about his injuries. Said offer, by the way, you can scan that QR code for OneFootball. Should have said that. Chelsea's offer is heavily incentivized. Of course, this is a recurring theme with the new Chelsea ownership, but even more so, understandably, with N'Golo Kante, a player entering into his comfortably into his 30s. He's going to be turned 33, I think. Essentially, if you play, you can earn a lot of money at Chelsea because when you play, boy, do you play! You're irreplaceable when you play. Of course, that's the really important part of this is he's injured all the ruddy time. I saw somewhere he's got like 26 starts in 2 years or something. Really, really concerning. And yes, he is like not a wild card, but he's the kind of player that you can build a system without him, like a Pochettino attacking system. But you got a big game, you can literally just drop Kante in there and he will make you better. He's like a sort of like non-offensive style Eden Hazard that makes your attack better. Or Chelsea Eden Hazard. He's like the defensive sort of transitional protection version of that. Like, we've got a plan and we've got Kante. Do you know what I mean? But the spanner in the works for this is there's been a lot of talks with Saudi Arabia. Everyone has been bought by Saudi Arabia. Ronaldo's off. He's gone there, sorry. Benzema's going there. Messi still might if he doesn't go back to Barcelona. They're trying to get Son from Tottenham, the Saudi League, and indeed they've been trying to get Kante since November, apparently. Now, I think Saudi Arabia, of course they bought up Newcastle, they've got unlimited money, and I think, obviously there's sports washing projects over here, but I think there's a chance they could just buy all the talent and we'll be watching the Saudi League in 20 years' time. I think that's sad because the football heritage and club culture and history is in England, of course, like hundreds of years of these clubs that we've gotten to know, these colours, these flags and what they mean, I'm not going to try and be high and mighty about the money thing. Not because I'm a Chelsea fan, which is one thing, but also the Premier League, there'll be a great sense of hypocrisy. The Premier League just manifested out of nowhere, annexed itself onto the Football League and said, we're the best, watch us. So but at the same time, it was these historical clubs. This is a philosophical sort of talk I'm not going to get into now. Essentially, they're offering Kante a wage packet of 100 million. That's what it all boils down to. So, there's that. Fine. Do you know what I mean? Whatever. I'd love to keep him, but I'm not leaning on Kante for our future. he's just an amazing player. We need to build a new midfield with someone partnering Enzo Fernandez, whether that's Caicedo. Of course, Fabrizio Romano says watch Caicedo in the coming days. And indeed others. Let me know what you think on Kante to Saudi, 400 million, as in like his wage packet, because obviously we can't compete. He wants to stay at Chelsea. He wants to live in London, play in the Premier League, play for Chelsea, but 100 million is a lot of money. Right. Le 10 Sport, Le 10 Sport, French publication, Chelsea wants Neymar. Now, this is going to be a translated article. Oui, bien sûr, je parle un peu de français. I am half French. I speak a bit of French, but I can not really read French. So I'm going to read the Google translated version of this article and see what kind of turgid nonsense we get back. From Le 10 Sport, from Alexis Bernard. Even before the summer transfer, pause, just context. PSG have been trying to get rid of Neymar for ages. Even before the summer transfer window opens, it's already madness at PSG. Ramos and Messi leave following the end of their contracts. Messi, it is the end, I guess. I thought he had another year. Anyway, Christophe Galtier takes the door. The gaffer getting sacked, I believe that means. And now it's Neymar's turn to enter the news. Chelsea, who fall for the Brazilian, have positioned themselves with PSG for a transfer. Yes, because Chelsea and PSG are best mates at the moment, aren't they? If you'd watched this morning's video with the Ugarte nonsense and predating that with the Hakim Ziyech stuff. They ain't happy with Chelsea. But you should go watch that video. I'm not going to go through it again now. Watch all my content. I make great content. Watch it all. Enjoy it. Like it. Share it. Yes. So, this Tuesday following a chance meeting, Galtier was not convinced and was dismissed after one season. So yeah, the gaffer has gone. Chelsea want Neymar. Behind the scenes, the Neymar file also animates the news. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, a perfect example of how this is a translated article and sounds like peculiar Shakespearean weird. According to our information, Chelsea has just contacted PSG to officially open negotiations. And pause. One thing that we keep talking about, that we keep reading about, and of course talking about on the channel, is Chelsea don't pay high wages. Mason Mount is leaving, who is a really effective, systemic Premier League player, because we won't pay him high wages. But we are willing to... I think Neymar gets paid, who, by the way, is 31 or something, and gets a lot of injuries. Yeah, he's amazing, but, you know, he gets paid 600k a week. This goes against everything we're meant to be. There's no continuity, joined up thinking. Of course, he has been... excuse me. He has been coached by our new manager, Mauricio Pochettino. Maybe he wants him. So Chelsea have just contacted PSG to officially open negotiations. Jesus Christ. It's not one. Objective for the Blues, to work on a possible transfer for the Brazilian. Despite a mixed season, pause. I'm not going to swear, but I would not call this a mixed season. Neither would you, dear viewer. Marked by the alteration of a good games before the World Cup. Oh, they're speaking about Neymar, not Chelsea. I was going to say, because Chelsea have been, despite a disastrous, harrowing and traumatic season, Neymar is on the shelves of Chelsea. Again, some peculiar translation there. PSG's taken note of Chelsea's steps and are listening for the future. Indeed, Paris is not closed to the idea of letting Neymar leave this summer and selling him for a good price. They've been trying to offer the animosity between him and Mbappe, etc., etc. If the Parisian club has already made significant savings with the salaries of Ramos and Messi, which they have, Luis Campos, of course their sporting director, who we at one time wanted to get ourselves, excuse me, after he was at Monaco, would not be against a little cleaning. The extensions of Verratti and Marquinhos, good system players, good, really worthy players for PSG, need new contracts, and they want Skriniar to sign Skriniar and Asensio, of course. Look, man. This is one of those things. Like, I'd rather just bring back Hazard. A dusted, spent Hazard, just because of the vibes and the connectivity. Look, if you show me Neymar holding up a Chelsea shirt, I'm gonna get gassed. You're gonna click on my videos. Because I make loads of money. Probably not make loads of money, but I'll get loads of views. Depends on the CPM, what money is, and it can be difficult out there. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you about my difficulties in YouTube right now. But point of being is there'll be a storm, a great ball of momentum moving. And this is what, football media is kind of all about. It's not good for the club, is it? Come on, let's just get down from all that hysteria. Surely Neymar to Chelsea is a bad idea, and it's just reflects on Bowley's West London Cowboys so badly, and it transports us back to when he was considering to sign Cristiano Ronaldo from Jorge Mendes, and of course that would have been a bad idea and has proven to look bad ever since. Let me know what you think of Neymar, though. Comment down below and let's move on. Right, Jacob Steinberg from The Guardian has written an exclusive about Gabri Vega, who plays for Celta. £34 million apparently, as we're likely to sell Kai Havertz. Chelsea have entered the race to sign the exciting Celta Vigo midfielder Gabri Vega, as we're likely to sell Kai Havertz. Well, Kai Havertz is a forward. We'll have to see. If this story picks up, we'll do a bit more of a deep dive on this midfielder. So Pochettino faces an extensive rebuild after becoming Chelsea's new head coach and prioritising additions in midfield. Pochettino's encountered frustration after missing out on Sporting's Manuel Ugarte. Again, if you want extra insight on that story and collapse, do watch my previous upload. It's just really nice. Who is set to join PSG. The aforementioned PSG, who are apparently going to sell us Neymar. So we've switched focus to Vega. Vega. I'm going to have to find out how to pronounce this. What's his first name? Gabri. Let's call him Gabri. Chelsea, who also wanted a goalkeeper and striker, faced competition for the 21-year-old Spaniard from Barcelona and Liverpool. God, he must be good. Just on goalkeeper as well, we spoke about Mike Maignan, the Milan goalkeeper. He's not happy, like Rafa Leao, about the dismissal of Maldini. And maybe that means he leaves. He's got. I thought when the headlines were saying Mike Maignan, goalkeeper, won't sign a new deal. He's got 3 years left on his deal, so it still cost loads anyway. I digress. What's his first name? Gabri has emerged as one of the best young midfielders in Europe, and his contract contains a €40 million buyout clause. Ooh, this is what we like. £34 million buyout clause. Chelsea, who also want Brighton's Moises Caicedo, are prepared to push hard for him. If Kante goes, Kovacic goes, Mount goes, we probably do need to sign 3 midfielders. Of course, I bloody forgot his name. He's had such a profound effect on me. Zakaria as well. Obviously, he won't be utilised. Gallagher might go as well. Liverpool will be considering a move for this lad once they complete the signing of Mac Allister, who, of course, Fabrizio Romano has given the here we go. Of course, it goes on to mention here about all the midfielders leaving. I've failed to mention Ruben Loftus-Cheek, of course, who, if all things go well and the deal and negotiations pick up, he will go to Milan. And, of course, we've spoken about Kante to Saudi Arabia with a lucrative offer to Al Ittihad or Al Nassr. Chelsea, who will not be in Europe next season, need to cut to their bloated squad, of course. It's got too many people. Havertz has emerged as a target for Real Madrid, who could face competition from Bayern Munich. Doesn't surprise me how Tuchel would want Kai Havertz back. Tuchel had a good relationship with Kai, not so much Timo. Has told Chelsea he wants a fresh challenge. The 23-year-old has 2 years left on his current deal and is unlikely to sign an extension. See, that is interesting. A lot of people have suggested that Chelsea have kind of sat him down and said, look, sign a new long-term deal to protect your value on probably less money on this new incentivized structure. Or at least you carry on getting paid for the final 2 years of what you're getting, and then the extension is this structure. Or let us sell you. And by all accounts, different reports are saying it's actually quite amicable, and he's saying, yeah, you could just, sell me. It's been good. We're on the Champions League. My profile is higher than ever, despite being courted by a lot of clubs before Chelsea bought me. And Chelsea, it's understood that Chelsea will demand £75 million. So here's where the story changed. Originally it was 52, and now it's 75. I know Nizar Kinsella of the Evening Standard reported 75 as well, so that's probably a reliable figure. And, why not? We make £3 million profit on him, despite only having 2 years left on his deal. He has won the Champions League, but he also has underperformed XG, playing sort of out of position as a striker, sort of misused. I don't care what people say, he's been misused, mishandled. There's a great player if he's utilised properly. Of course, Ancelotti coaches attackers very well. He always has. We know that as Chelsea fans. Yeah, and we spoke about it even this morning. He has got £28 million on the books left to be sorted out for amortisation. Anything above 28 million will put us in a positive for this current round of financial fair play window. So 75 million, that's an extra 50 nearly. On the books. Sounds good to me. Guys, loads is popping off in it. Let me know what you think. Comments on everything, please. I want the people's opinions. I look forward to reading your opinions on everything spoken about. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Do consider checking out OneFootball. It's free. Simply click the link in the top of the description. Turn the bell on, friends, because it's popping off. Peace.